Pilati, and Sacktown Sports 49ers insider, Emil Fragoso.
Good morning, everyone. It's Emran Pilati. I'm back. I was gone last week, but I am back. And I'm here with Emil Fragoso.
Hi, guys.
My co-host. And we're here live in studio. We got Chris behind the window. Thank you, Chris, for being here so bright and early this morning. 10 a.m., 10:03 actually right now.
Yes, it is.
And Emil and I are here in studio. And what we're looking for is some conversations with people that do listen to us. The 9 people that listen to us, I'd like one of the 9 to call today. Maybe we could talk to them.
I don't know, Emran. You're a pretty busy man. I was watching your segment yesterday with the Drive Guys, and the phone lines were blowing up. A lot of people were asking questions.
Well, as soon as Drapes leaves, the phone calls come in because they know they'll be able to actually participate.
There's a correlation there, is what you're saying?
Well, good morning, everybody. It's been a week, actually 2 weeks since I've been on the air. I've been on the air with the Drive Guys, etc., but not for my own show. So Emil and Big Shep have been holding it down. Shep is at the shop right now, setting up for what I'm about to talk to you about. So first of all, Sacramentans, happy Malik Monk week.
Yeah.
Okay. So as we know, Malik has signed a 4-year agreement, or will sign when he legally can sign a 4-year agreement for $78 million.
That'd be a real steal right there.
$78 million. Nobody could be happier than me.
No one is.
And I talked about this yesterday on the radio, that when you have 400 Malik Monk jerseys available, we'll have some on our website and in store. I'll talk about that in a second. But you're like, please re-sign with the Kings, so that way I don't have to unstitch these number zeros with your autograph on them and stick them on a Detroit Pistons jersey or an Orlando Magic jersey. But most importantly, it's the continuity of the team. It's continuing on this progression of being a better version of the Sacramento Kings and doing that deep run. And as we talked about yesterday, Emil, having Malik sign and commit early is really cool because it allows the Kings now to know that they've got their quality shooting guard, whether he's off the bench or wink, wink, he's going to start. We got Malik in the fold. We can now address other issues with our team, knowing early that Malik has made this commitment.
Exactly. And like you said yesterday, it changes the whole dynamic of how we approach the draft, how we approach free agency, because we know that right now we are just a little bit over the luxury tax threshold, I believe, or the first apron, I believe. And that allows us now to do other things. We still have the MLE. We still have other ways to sign players. And potentially we have guys who could be on the way out, could bring someone else in. I know Zach LaVine, Kyle Kuzma's been floated around. There's a lot of interesting opportunities out there. But now that Malik is in for the long haul, one massive headache is now gone.
Yes, I agree with that. And now, so let me just ask you this, because if I asked Kyle Draper, he would say trade the entire team, including De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis for Zach LaVine.
Oh boy.
What are the 2 moves, draft-wise or signing or trading? What needs to happen?
I would like the Kings to take not a guard. That'd be great. Not to take a guard. Take a defensive-minded forward, please, to help Keegan offset some of those defensive woes, because the Kings can score points. We have a hard time playing defense. And then in terms of free agency, in terms of trades, there are some moves you can make and some players potentially could be on the way out. Kevin Huerter, Harrison Barnes has been floated around. Absolutely. I like to see the Kings bring in a third scorer. I like to see the Kings bring in either a third scorer or a kind of do-it-all plug-and player. A name that I've been floating around that hasn't been mentioned a lot, Jeremy Grant of the Portland Trailblazers. I would love a package deal of Jeremy Grant and Robert Williams to come back to Sacramento for whatever it would take, because I think the Kings need to shore up the defensive anchor, which is Domantas Sabonis, who is admirable defensively, but I wouldn't say he's a defensive stopper. If we can get some more people with some length, some size that can guard positions 1 through 4, additionally on 3 to 5, because Keegan is the team's best perimeter defender, but he can't do it all by himself. And I think he's naturally a 3, in my opinion, not a 4. So potentially getting a guy like Jeremy Grant or a larger, oversized 4, even I want to say, but maybe even a Ben Simmons. Who knows? Just someone who can play some defense.
Chris, how do we turn off his mic moving forward? He just said Ben Simmons. Can it just be me and you now, Chris?
I knew this was going to happen.
This dude just said Ben Simmons.
I knew this was going to happen.
Here's where I'm at. Okay, if you want Portland, I get it. And Jeremy Grant is actually a good option. I do somewhat agree with that. If you look, Portland has the number 7 pick.
Yeah.
And they're hovering in that area where Cody Williams is the projected on NBA draft.net. But Donovan Clingan is a center. I believe he really did well for UConn last year.
He did very well for UConn.
He'll be a
last
top
year.
7 pick.
If
If he's there at 7,
I've heard other things.
okay.
I've heard he could be top 3.
Wow.
I've heard that potentially Atlanta might just take the sure thing.
They could trade down and get him.
They could.
They could trade down to 3 at Houston and get him.
I think Atlanta's about to hit full reset. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't blame them. So if Portland picks up Donovan Clingan from UConn,
Yes.
that means that there's a center there that's going to be a starting center.
Mhm.
Does that mean that Ayton is available? DeAndre Ayton?
No,
No, you don't want him?
no. I don't.
You
want
just said Ben Simmons.
I understand.
Like, there's nothing
there's-
worse than what you just said.
there's a contractual reason why I said Ben Simmons, because he has 1 year left in that deal. It's a rental. If he plays well, great. If he doesn't, he's off our books next year. That's $30 million cleared.
So,
Ayton has a massive deal to pay still.
yeah, but you got to send salary that way. So what salary are you sending out to Brooklyn?
Herder and Sasha. There you go. I mean, he's
not enough.
basically a sunken cost.
I'm all for. I'm not all for Ben Simmons. Shout out off-season workout MVP. He can really show up some cones. I'm
Yes,
telling you, man.
yes,
when
yes.
he's dribbling, and
Oh, man.
no shirt, sweating, and
Oh
he's
man,
dribbling around cones.
Cryptic IG.
Dude, the guy is the goat when it comes to that.
Yeah.
As far as playing, questionable.
Yes.
We would love to include some game use jerseys. Unfortunately, the guy doesn't game use anything. So
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That was.
he
that
is
was great.
he is in sweaters. In sweaters.
Oh, so
so we can do rookie sweaters cards.
Event used. What you're saying? Event worn.
Bench worn.
Bench worn.
Yeah, he's been playing a lot of position. You know what position he's been playing?
Left.
Left out.
Left bench.
Left out. Okay. So we've got. I made Chris laugh. I can't believe it. It worked.
That was good.
All right. So here's what I'm telling you regarding Happy Malik Monk Week.
Yes.
Starting today, we opened 9 minutes ago at the store at 6661 Stanford Ranch there in Rockland. Big Shep's there. We've got Ethan there right now. We've got other members of the team joining today. We have signed Malik Monk Sacramento jerseys. They're the custom jerseys, but they're Sacramento jerseys. Malik Monk, JSA, James Spence Authentication stickered.
Mm-hmm.
How much did he sign for? 4 years for how much?
78.
$78 plus tax.
Whoa.
That's right. These Malik Monk jerseys we normally sell for 150, 125, 129.
Yeah.
We're going to be selling them for $78 plus tax. That's a Malik Monk signed jersey. That's from when he signed at our event.
While supplies last.
While supplies left. I could tell you that we could commit to at least 25 of them at this moment, at that price, before they go up. So come by the shop, say hi to Big Shep, say hi to Ethan and the rest of the team. We will have at least, I believe, 25 Malik Monk jerseys. Shep got them out of storage today and was working on them and lining up and making sure that
and
we have them.
Manny too legit in the chat just said I might have to go pick one up right now. Yes, please go.
You better
Run.
go right now.
Run
right now.
Drives.
You go right now.
Don't speed, but drive.
Peg Junk says not even a game used bench seat in regards to Bench Simmons.
Bench Simmons. Bench
I
Simmons.
just made
That's
that
even
up.
better.
I'm good at this.
Call him Bench Simmons.
Yeah, let's clip that. We'll use it moving forward. Bench Simmons.
I like it.
All right. So Malik Monk jerseys, $78 plus tax. Big Shep, Ethan, and the rest of the team are waiting for you. Thanks so much for that. We also have an event coming up next weekend. We are going to be, actually, I'll give you the week's layout. Tomorrow, myself, Pete, Donovan, and Jake, we're going to be at the show in, I believe, San Ramon.
Tri-Valley?
Tri-Valley show.
Yeah.
Where is it?
San Ramon.
Okay, wherever my car takes me, I'll be there. And as usual, we will go there with 0 cards. We go to events with 0 cards. Like we don't go to sell anything.
What do they call you, Imran? What do they call you?
They call me the goat buyer.
They call you the street sweeper.
They call me worse than that. But our job is to go there and to get great cards for our customers in store and our online customers. So we have the ability to cash you out. So if you're in the San Ramon area and you go to the Tri-Valley show, we'd love to see you there. Our team will be there buying cards and hot and heavy.
Not selling, buying.
And then next weekend is a week from today is going to be the Fairfield card show. That's a 3-day show starting Friday, ending Sunday. We'll be there. We will have cards at that one. It's a big show.
It's a great show.
Yeah, 3-day show. That's going to be in Fairfield at, I think, Solano.
Yeah, Solano Plaza Center.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's the old H&M, I believe, is where we're going.
That's what's cool about it, though, is it's an old H&M and it's kind of unique.
There's
like
mirrors for me to look at myself in.
Yeah.
all kinds of great things there.
Mhm.
We will be buying heavily there as well as selling cards there. And PSA DNA will be there. So if you cannot make it to get your autograph items authenticated to the show, we're doing a drop-off service at the shop. So if you could drop off your item by Wednesday of this week, as in a few days from now, 5 days from now, we will take those items with us and have PSA DNA authenticate those items for you. The way to find out price, it's really simple. Just come into the shop and we'll look it up. You'll pay whatever the retail price is from PSA DNA. So instead of shipping stuff to Southern California in a package and worrying whether or not it got there, you're going to have the ability to send it to your favorite card shop, bring it in, we'll take care of it for you, and then you can come pick it up the day after 4th of July, which will be the 5th. Or later. So you can come by and pick it up. We'll take care of it.
We have one more question actually in
Yeah,
chat
let's do it.
from Val Venice. What kind of jersey is the Malik? Is it the City Edition, the black and purple?
Do you know who Val Venus is?
I do not.
Okay, so I don't know who this particular
Do
person
not
is,
look him up.
but do you know the name where that came from?
I don't want to
Okay.
look it up.
Yeah, well, you can look it up. It's fine.
Chris just told me not to.
Hello, ladies. Val Venus is one of the great Attitude Era wrestlers,
Oh,
and he was a ladies' man. Hello, ladies.
oh,
So
there
I
it
don't
is.
know.
Yep.
I don't know if Val Venus. If this is the real Val Venus, awesome. Okay, but if it's not the real Val Venus, still awesome.
Yeah.
What kind of jersey is the Malik? Is it black and purple? We have purple, I believe, for sure. We have gray. They're custom. We had them created. This allows us to keep them affordable. So we had them created. They're perfect for framing. And if you want to frame, we also do in-house framing as well. We start our framing at $395. You just give us the jersey and we take care of the rest of it. So whether it's a Malik Monk jersey that you purchase from us, another jersey you purchase from us, or any jersey that you have, we've even done high school jerseys. We've done whatever it is that somebody wants.
That's cool.
framed.
That's
we take
cool,
care of it
though.
for you. Yeah.
It's cool. though.
Viscera from WWE. Viscera, I thought Viscera was the big one
Yeah,
with Mabel.
Mabel.
He
Yeah.
was Mabel.
Yeah.
Right. Men on a Mission.
Yep.
Was that what they were called?
So you got the wrestler historian here. This is what's great about Chris.
Me and Chris are going to start a new show here at 1140, just talking about wrestling. Are you a wrestling dude?
Oh yeah.
Okay, we're good. Oh, yes.
It's gonna be called Off the Ropes.
This is off the ropes. Kayfabe.
Okay,
All right, so we've got that down now. PSA DNA we talked about. We talked about Happy Malik Monk Week. We also have to talk about the Say Hey Kid,
Yeah,
Willie Mays.
yeah.
Your thoughts? I mean, neither one of us saw him play, but we know the history of one of the greatest, if not truly the greatest baseball player.
The greatest giant, undoubtedly, no question. The greatest giant, one of the pioneers of the sport. I actually had to break the story on our website at sackdownsports.com when that news broke. So I got that story right away. It hit me a lot harder than I thought it would. And maybe it's because of just the month that we've had. It's been a really tough month for athlete passings, obviously starting with Bill Walton and then Jerry West and now Willie Mays. I mean, just not only icons of their sport playing, but icons of the sport, icons of what culturally these sports mean to people. And that's what was so hard for me. So seeing Willie go was tough. And we know that he unfortunately couldn't make the Rickford Field game due to some health issues announced the day prior. And then day later, his passing was announced. And, I'm very glad they had that game in Rickwood Field to honor Willie Mays and the Negro Leagues, because it's important to remember history, remember where and how far we've come and progressed in the United States, both in sports and culturally. And just, it's an honor to say Willie Mays was a Giant. It's an honor to say that Willie Mays was a part of baseball history, and he will forever be missed.
What day did he pass? The actual date?
It was Tuesday.
Okay, so we're looking on Card Ladder right now, and I'm looking at some of the 1951 Bowman Willie Mays cards. We'll talk about memorabilia and autographs here in a second, but a PSA 3 closed on June 13th. What is that? Today's the 22nd.
That's
So
9
this
days ago?
is right before Willie passed.
Couple days.
A PSA 3 closed at $6,200, and that was closed on eBay. $6,200 for a PSA 3 of the 1951 Bowman. 51 Bowman PSA 4 on June 14th, a couple days before he passed, went for $7,700. A PSA 5, June 18th. Again, what day did he pass?
He passed on Tuesday, I believe the 18th, potentially.
Okay. So the day that he passed, a fixed price sale of a PSA 5 closed at just under $15,000.
Wow.
And then we had a PSA 3 again going back June 18th, that closed fixed price at $5,400. The previous one sold at $6,200. So what I'm telling you is not all PSA 3s are the same. I will say that as you go to vintage, true vintage collectors really look at the card itself and how beautiful it looks, its actual eye appeal.
Yes.
So even though it may be a 3 and a 3, one 3 might look better eye appeal wise than the other one.
Exactly.
And they will pay the premium above and beyond that. So
Yeah.
not all PSA 3s, not all PSA 5s, not all PSA 7s in vintage are equal. And I want people to really think about that when you're doing comps on something like that.
Exactly. And actually, this is a conversation I had with Whitey Gleason yesterday because he's in the middle of trying to complete the 1972. I believe it was top
73.
72,
72, 73 basketball.
basketball. Yeah. He
You're right.
need the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar still. And I helped him find a one that he was interested in. But he was talking about it going, as much as I want to get a 3 or get a 4 because it's cheaper, they look, beat to hell. And it's all about, like you said, not all grading numbers are the same. Some cards look different than others. Some come out different. Some get the grade for different reasons. That's why it's important to grade for higher.
If we were to compare it to like today's
Mhm.
modern, imagine a patch card, and one has beautiful chunky patch with multicolor,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5 colors, and another one having 1 or 2 colors, and it's graded, and they're both PSA 9s. That one with the chunky patch with all kinds of unique colors in there is going to sell more
Mhm.
than it would be for the other one that's a PSA 9 as well. So that's kind of a comparison of how that would work.
Absolutely.
Now, let's talk about the memorabilia aspect of things.
Okay.
The autographs. One of the most faked autographs in the last 15 to 20 years has been the Willie Mays autograph. And
Can you explain why though?
yeah, so a couple things here. I can speak as an expert in regards to autographs. There's like 4 things I'm good at in the world,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
I'm bad at every other thing. Real estate, being a dad and husband, I think. That's subjective. Depends on Beckett and Jessica if they believe that.
Yeah.
Sports cards and autographs.
Yes.
But I would say that outside of personal, just autographs is really
Mhm.
my jam. So I know this inside and out. I work back rooms. I work with athletes. I'm constantly around it. And I can tell you that Willie Mays has been one of the most faked autographs because he just doesn't sign. And I don't think it's one of those, I don't want to,
Mhm.
but the guy lost sight on his eye, one of his eyes
Mhm.
about 10 or 11 years ago.
Okay.
Okay. Which then caused a little bit of like, well, I can't do as much as I used to.
Mhm.
And then if the rumors are correct, and I believe they are, he has been fully blind for the last 2 years. So when you see this flood of autographs coming on the market, in particular, there's one hologram called the Say Hey hologram.
Yeah.
And you'll see it. It's a round hologram. And there's 2 versions of it. One's about an inch in diameter.
Mhm.
The other one's about maybe like the size of a dime.
Okay.
Okay. And they're Say Hey, and it's a black border holographic sticker goes on there. And these have been widely faked. As an example, if you own a Willie Mays autographed photo, one in particular where he's doing the catch,
Yes.
it's a black and white,
Mhm.
and it's on a cardstock, not like photo paper,
Okay.
it's highly likely that that's going to be a fake. And I will also share this with you. I just got off the phone. I wanted to make sure that I caught myself and I wasn't inaccurate,
Mhm.
but I spoke to one of the big 3. I won't say which one, but there's Beckett, PSA, DNA, and JSA. I spoke to one of those companies, their representative, and they said in almost all cases, the small dime-sized Say Hey hologram
Mhm.
will be on an item that will be fake.
Wow.
So as an example, the baseballs,
Yeah.
when you see a nice, clean, pearly white baseball with a Willie Mays autograph and a Say Hey sticker,
Yeah.
you will hardly ever, if ever, see an additional third party from PSA, DNA, JSA, or Beckett on there.
Mhm.
And there's a reason for that. Okay. I'm just looking on eBay right now, and I feel terrible for the dozens of people that have spent money buying things on eBay. I'm looking at closed sales right now.
Okay.
Just today, there was a Willie Mays 660 home run signed autographed baseball jersey number. The number 4, it's
Yeah.
just unstitched. So you're supposed to stitch it on a jersey.
Sure.
It's an autograph, black 4. It's got silver autograph and an inscription of 660 home runs. I'm telling you right now, that dude is not adding inscriptions onto stuff. Okay.
Yeah, he's not.
I'm telling you right now, based on what I've seen on legitimate Willie Mays autographs,
Mhm.
there's no way that he's doing autographs on a unstitched jersey number. In addition to even adding an inscription, it's so ridiculous to even think that that's legitimate.
Mhm.
But here it is, $179 closed yesterday. $179 for this with a Say Hey hologram. Here's another one. MLB signed baseball. Okay. $400. Tell me that a blind person is signing on a sweet spot with the inscription Say Hey. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Yeah.
And so buyer beware.
Yes.
Now is the time where the sharks come out and they drop the stuff and they're like, I'm gonna really jump all over this opportunity,
Especially with vintage.
especially with vintage, but more, I mean, like, look at this stuff. Now let's go back for a second.
Okay.
So we had Jerry West and we had
Bill.
Walton. Those guys were very, very great about signing.
They were.
They made themselves accessible. They did card shows. They did private signings like they did with me. So there are a lot of legitimate autographs of Jerry West out there in the market. A lot of them with PSA DNA, Beckett, or JSA authentication on them. There's a lot of that out there. But when you're talking about the guy, Willie Mays, who has probably not signed an active autograph other than maybe like, hey, a friend of mine's kid wants something. Maybe he did something.
He was out at a public event and
maybe.
maybe.
And even then, I mean, the poor guy was wheeled onto the field
I know.
in some cases. He wasn't able to go to the games for the
Wrigley Field.
the Negro League games because of his health. There's no way that this new stuff just pops out of here and does that. Now, I've even seen times where his authenticated items by one of the big three have been decertified after they've already authenticated.
Whoa.
Because they were like, you know what? After further research, we realized that this is not. Now,
That's rare.
I don't agree with that. If you had the idea that it was authentic and it was your opinion that could have got it done at the first place,
Yeah.
then it should have. If it was questionable, it should have never had the sticker
Nope.
on that.
It has to be 100%. You will bet your life on it. That is right.
To have a customer turn in an item, then go and have it authenticated by one of the big three, and then sell it, and then find out that it's decertified later. As the seller, I'd be furious because I was like, wait a minute, I did this to feel good about the sale to this person.
Mhm.
As a shop owner, I'm going to be furious
Oh.
if that happened.
And as a buyer, I'd be upset too.
Of course.
I'd be happy that they caught it, but I'd be upset too.
And that's why I think wholesale across the board, if you have an item that is a Willie Mays item with the Say Hey sticker, I have a very, very, very bad feeling for you as far as getting a third-party authenticator to do it. I just don't think it's going to happen.
And we hate to break bad news on this show, but we want to make sure you guys protect your investments and protect, memorabilia if you are going out looking for Willie Mays post-ammonia stuff.
We had a Willie Mays autographed 8x10 photo come in yesterday.
Mhm.
Shep looked at it. We did some research on it. It had a PSA DNA sticker with its authentication number. We cross-referenced it against the website. It was legitimate. We bought it.
Yeah.
Okay. I mentioned it on Rise Guys. On Drive Guys yesterday. So, just have your authentication lined up before you buy something on eBay. Make sure that you cross-reference it. Just because you see a PSA or JSA sticker, there is a number on there. You can cross-reference
Yes.
it against the website, so you can go and check it to make sure it was
Same
done.
with cards. There is a number on there.
Right.
You usually can scan it and it goes right to it.
Just do your due diligence. And shops like ours are here to help you. So if you have any questions, just come on in. Our advice is free. Don't get mad at me if I tell you that an item I believe will not pass. It's not my fault, but it's your responsibility as a consumer to make sure that you protect yourself ahead of time.
And you're the expert. You're
trying.
You're the expert. You're trying to help people better understand what they actually have. That's your job.
All right. So what do we got? Do we got anything in the chat? Anybody want to talk to us?
Tin says San Francisco is prideful of their sports idols. Absolutely. They're 100% prideful of sports idols.
Speaking of sports idols in San Francisco, Barry Bonds.
Yes.
I will also say this too. Barry Bonds sticker,
Oh,
the Barry Bonds hologram,
yeah.
looks very similar to the Say Hey sticker. Okay. Those two can also be not authentic. I know more than I should. And I actually know who the person is that makes those stickers.
Mm-hmm.
And this person has actually gotten in trouble before.
Oh,
And that's why I warn people, just like I'm doing right here on the radio here
Mhm.
at Sacktown Sports 1140, breaking news.
Yeah.
Stay away from those too.
Yeah.
As much as you love your San Francisco sports idols, if you believe it's not, if you don't think it's true, it's probably not.
well, we have another question from Peg Junk actually. So, looking at it, if someone was to invest into Willie Mays or was looking to get one now that he has passed on, he said, I'd like to acquire some cards of Mays. Am I better off going after the 2000s era cards? or
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, great question, Peg.
Mhm.
So I will tell you that for the most part, he did a lot of signings in the early 2000s
Okay.
on card.
Okay.
So you'll see stuff that will say Topps certified autograph. It'll be like a gold foil stamp on the front of the card. There's some heritage stuff that he did. If you look at anything, I believe I want to say it was like around 2007, 2008, where you stopped seeing so many Willie Mays
Mhm.
autograph cards.
Yeah.
But Topps has a lot of them, and they're somewhat affordable. I want to say that they're probably between $200 and $400.
That's pretty good.
Not bad at all
No.
for a guaranteed certified Topps autograph.
Of one of the greatest baseball players of all time.
Correct. As I look back on his career, I think he's the greatest.
I mean, people
Just
have had that
The
debate all
five
week.
tool, I think he's the greatest.
They've had the debate all week. It's him and Babe.
Yeah, and I just think that with what he brought to the table, with all aspects of him, he's the greatest. And
Considering he played for the Negro Leagues at 17 years old and then had a career for 20. He was a 24-time
I
All-Star.
know.
I'm 24 years old.
every year you were alive,
He's been. That's crazy to
Yeah.
me. Crazy.
So it's very. I would just go for the sure thing. I would go if you want an item like a bat, like we have a Willie Mays bat in store that's framed. We've encased it into a shadow box, so it's a bat with a couple
Ooh,
photos,
that's nice.
and it has a full letter authentication from one of the big three. We have it for $1,500. Fully, it's ready to go.
Yeah.
Just come get it. And to me, we try to be affordable on that. I bought that bat at a price that made sense, that allows us to still have a decent amount of profit in there. But to have a shadow boxed Willie Mays autographed bat that's absolutely guaranteed, ironclad letter of authenticity on it,
Yeah.
we're ready to sell it to you for 15. And I did not raise the price after he passed. I'm a member of several Facebook groups, and
Oh.
many of them,
Yeah.
there's one in particular, I don't remember the name. I'm not hiding it from you guys, but they have a moratorium of 10 days after an athlete passes before they allow anybody to post anything to sell of
Interesting.
that player. And I like that respect.
That's nice. Yeah.
We did not change the price. The only time that I've ever changed the price on any autographs is when Kobe passed, because it was such a shocking difference.
yeah.
And so I had to operate off of replacement value.
It was so unexpected.
Yes.
It wasn't, again, Willie, unfortunately, because of old age and health issues. Kobe's was accident, tragedy.
Mm.
And that's where the difference is.
Mm.
It was also in the beginning of 2020, right before COVID and the boom, and there's all these other factors that
Yeah.
play into it.
So just going back to making sure your authentic items are authentic. Do not try to buy something off of eBay and then think you're going to get it authenticated and it's going to be all good. There's no guarantee in that. You might as well just have a safer bet and get something that's already authenticated by one of the big three.
I would agree.
Let's talk about cards.
I like those.
Yeah, cards.
I collect them.
We had some releases this week, and Chris might want to jump in here in a minute because we're going to talk about WWE as well. All right, so we had some great cards come out this week. In particular, we have Contenders Basketball. So let's talk about that. Emil, do you have his
I do.
stats on those boxes? They just came out, I believe, yesterday.
Yes, they
Yeah,
did.
yesterday.
4 packs per box, 8 cards per pack, so 32 cards altogether. I can do math. 2 autos per box, and then 12 inserts, parallels, or variations.
We have them on our shelf right now at $349 plus tax. Emil, tell me about Contenders. It's a little different this year than it has been in previous years.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of Contenders because it's one of the few sets that really relish and make an importance to have rookie on-card autographs. It's why in 2021 with Cade's year it was so good. Last year with Paulo, Keegan Murray, you can get rookie on card. I have a Contenders playoff ticket at 99 of Keegan Murray on card. Physically signed that card, touched it, all that great stuff. This year, unfortunately, because of the Fanatics, Topps, Panini battle, the top 3 picks don't have autographs in this set. That means Scoot Henderson, Brandon Miller, and of course Victor Wembanyama. Now, that does diminish the value, but there are other good rookies in this class. Keontae George, Brandon Pajemski, the Thompson twins, Bilal Coulibaly, who's my personal guy right now. There are other good autographs in this set, rookie autographs, plus a slew of very solid veterans as well.
I will tell you that we had several of the contenders Keegan Murray autographs in our case. I don't know if it was a Keegan thing, just a sophomore slump as far as people not thinking that he's going to be a 20-something point a game scorer and a third all-star type of player. But I thought his contenders autographs were very affordable.
They are.
Like I had a PSA 10 in our case and it was like less than $100. So yeah, I don't know what that.
I got skunked then.
Oh, well, I mean, it's one of the first ones that are coming out for this season. Well, actually, I think of contenders. It's kind of like in the middle
It's
right
in the
now.
middle. It's usually a summer release.
Right. And when you're flooded and you have so many different products out there, like already we have Recon and we have Select and we have Optic
just
and
came
then we have
out.
Prism.
Yeah.
And like when you have these autographs from all these different guys that are in product after product after product, sometimes it's fatigued.
Mhm.
And I don't even remember, does this contenders have chromium in it?
I believe it does.
Okay,
yes.
so it has
the premiums.
tickets?
Yes.
Okay. So they have them, and then that would mean that they have numbered in 99, 49,
One
cracked
ones.
ice.
Oh, the cracked
Ice
are
like numbered to 22, 23,
25.
25.
Chef Kiss.
Yep.
Chef
So
Kiss.
you've got those cards.
They also
in
have
there.
variations with the rookie ticket stub, so it looked kind of like a ticket stub instead of an actual. It's kind of a die cut, which is very, very cool for people who like to collect different kind of variations.
What's the case hit in that thing?
The case hit is permit to dominate and license to dominate.
Permit to dominate?
And license. It looks like a driver's license.
Oh.
It's kind of cool looking.
Yeah, it's horizontal, not vertical.
Yes, I believe.
Okay.
Well,
Because the license to those types of cards were always horizontal.
mhm.
Just curious. All right. And then the other release that came out on Wednesday, we have it on our shelf. We have 2023 WWE Immaculate Hobby Box. Mill, tell us about the stats on
Yep. It is a smaller box, 6 cards per pack, 1 pack per box. So 6 cards in total. Let me tell you what you get with those 6 cards. You get 3 autographs and 2 memorabilia cards on top of another parallel. So 3 autos, and a lot of them could be on card.
6 cards, 3 autos, 2 mem per. Chris, do you collect cards at all?
I don't. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So this whole hour has been painful for you thus far.
Not like listening to it. I just don't have any.
Well, you just might. We have it on our shelf. We have it at what do we have it at? $539 plus tax on our shelf for Immaculate. This is short of flawless. This is the premium product.
IMAX, lovely.
Yeah. So what I love about Immaculate, whether it's WWE or it's any other format, they are almost all on card autos.
Yes.
So that means that the player has actually, the wrestler has actually held it in their hand to sign it. I posted, or I'm about to post, a Sabrina Ionescu.
Ionescus.
There's no S at the end.
Yes, there is. Ionescus. I'm pretty positive.
Chris, fact check us.
Ionescu.
Ionescu.
Ionescu?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm again. I probably got it wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
Ionescus. What is that? Like some sort of a knee?
Maybe
knee
I'm
joint?
Maybe I'm the idiot.
Yeah, it's like a knee joint. Chris is googling it right now. It's Ionescu.
I heard Ionescus. I don't know.
The reason why I'm bringing her up is that they have a video of her signing for Fanatics, and she's signing cards, and she's just, I don't know what it is. Fanatics has a lot of money, but apparently they spend very little of it on table covers. Okay, because I have brake mats that are flat. They're true logo brake mats. They're very soft. They're intended to be a nice landing spot for a card.
They're very nice.
Right. Okay. And when Fanatics has the players signing, whether it's a hotel room or a back of a card show, they lay out their Fanatics tablecloth.
Yes.
It's wrinkly. It always has like bumps in it. It's just a mess. And so the player doesn't think about, can I keep this gem mint? They don't think about that.
No,
they
they
think
don't.
about, let's just sign this thing so I can get out of here.
Let's take care of this.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's time to get to work. You got me for 2 hours. Give me the stuff I need to sign.
Yeah. Well, they're churning out thousands of autos.
So you could see a video where they're handing her the card.
Mhm.
She's signing the card and just sliding it. I mean, literally nails on the chalkboard, sliding it. I say this all the time. This is, if you're not a first time listener to the show, I'm always complaining about this, but that's what causes PSA 10 or BGS 95 or SEC 10s to be such a premium of on-card autos?
Yes.
Because the player highly likely has been dragging that thing through that top of a tabletop, and it's getting nicked, it's getting messed up, it's getting bumps. So when you see a PSA 10 of an on-card auto, knowing that player likely had slid about half of the cards on that table,
you cherish it.
You should cherish your PSA 10.
I have a few of those that are on card and PSA 10. I cherish them.
So immaculate. Not only that, but then you have under a microscope, all white bordered cards. You can't see a fold over of an edge like you would in a fully black bordered card.
Yeah.
So under microscope, if PSA is looking at it, they're going to go, well, this one has a dent in the corner, or, a fold back, so that way you can't see the paper loss. But
that's why Panini Black's taken such a hit over the years.
Huge. And that's why I believe that PSA 10s and gem mints are a premium of that. So in Immaculate Collection, I can't think of another event right now that's hotter than WWE. I would argue that maybe WNBA, in the sense of the increase in popularity.
Yeah.
But WWE, Chris, are you with me on this? WWE is on fire right now.
Yeah, they can't. I don't know. Like, as a fan, I'm kind of just waiting till SummerSlam.
He's an AEW stan, so.
Are you?
I'm an AEW guy.
Okay, I like AEW. I think the wrestling's better over there for sure. Storylines suck. But
whatever.
Will Ospreay's a sensation. That's for sure.
Yes. And when Ricochet goes over there, we're literally losing people by the second on the radio right now.
I don't care. I'm going to be a mark right now and talk about wrestling.
So right now, the hot names are it's supposed to be the Bloodline. Cody Rhodes is continuing to be a factor. Drew McIntyre and CM Punk's thing right now is hot. Involving no championship belt, which is interesting. I think LA Knight has cooled off a little bit, but Logan Paul is hot.
I think LA Knight's going to take that belt.
So be it. But Logan Paul has really brought an entirely different audience to this, and he's one hell of a wrestler. He's really good. Way better than I expected. And then also on the women's side, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair lost their championship the other day at Clash of the Castle. I was shocked at that. But I think that they'll go in solo runs, so that way they didn't have to turn on each other. So they're going on solo runs. But Tiffany Stratton is one of the hottest wrestlers out there. It's Tiffy time, and she is really, really, really good. Really good. I think she's a superstar in the making. Chris, anybody that you think that people should be looking for in the Immaculate product?
In WWE, Seth Rollins, he's got to be like...
He just came back.
Yeah, he's got to be a top pick right there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to also think... I'm trying to think of who would be
Braun Breaker.
You know what?
Braun Breaker.
For me personally, it would be Solo Sikoa. He's from here. Went to AR. Played football there.
No way.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
He's like one of the top 5 characters on TV right now.
That's who. I mean,
Solo went here.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. A lot of the Usos are from Frisco.
The Bay. That's right. When we did a signing with Rikishi. A few years back for our first Autograph Expo, and he literally brought the clan. There had to be 15 deep.
There was always, when I was in high school, there was always somebody saying, "Oh, I saw Rikishi at Home Depot," or "Oh, I saw Rikishi at the park."
But that was like fun Rikishi. That was like dancing Scotty Too Hottie and that Rikishi.
Middle of the Attitude Era.
Yeah, not the Wild Samoan type of Rikishi that you might see. I love wrestling. I love this product. I think that if you want to have some fun and rip that, I would love to be able to rip more of this stuff. I really enjoy Immaculate. I think
Plus,
it's one of the best products.
Fans are like the most hardcore fans that you'll ever deal with.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. The crowd.
It's real real to me, damn it. You don't know what that is.
No. Can I just say the crowds on the international scene, Scotland and France, just hats off to you guys. I mean, that was excellent.
If I was to choose anywhere to go to watch wrestling, WWE, it'd be Puerto Rico. That Bad Bunny fight against Damian Priest was one of the most. It gives me chills just thinking about it when everybody was singing the Bad Bunny song as he was coming into the stadium. Yeah. Holy man. I just love my wrestling. Sorry guys, I'm geeking out. I think we went from 9 listeners to 2, and there's 3 in the room. So that just tells you that 2 of us, one of the 3 of us is not listening to this conversation.
Yes.
All right. So I just absolutely love that product. We got some super products coming up in July.
We do.
Emil, as I'm talking and kind of doing my song and dance, do you have your stuff pulled up?
I do have most of my stuff pulled
Let's start with the first week of July. What are we looking at?
Start with
or this upcoming week? Is there anything?
There is
hot coming up.
on the upcoming to end of the month. To end the month, we do have Spectra basketball, which is a good product. I would say of Spectra basketball.
Spectra? It's
Yeah.
very expensive.
It is, but it's
Well,
a good product.
Let me look that up while you're talking about that. So
I have
Okay, give me the stats on
Yeah,
it.
yeah. The stats on that. So yeah, cards per pack on for the hobby box. It is 5 cards per pack, 4 packs per box, and there are 8 boxes in a case. In that hobby box, you expect 4 autographs. 4 autographs, 2 mems, and 4 parallels.
So in Spectra, the layout of the box is usually 4 packs, and
Mhm.
each pack has 1 autograph and 1 mem in every piece, in every pack. I will also say that the autograph may also be an autograph and mem as one.
Which is what you want.
Yeah, so they have that. So it'll be 1 autograph per pack, 1 mem per pack, or it could be 1 auto mem and 1 mem.
Mhm.
Is what I'm saying.
Yes.
So unfortunately with Panini, and this is why I can't wait till their butts get kicked to the curb, it's often not to any specific event.
Oh, it's just it's tablecloth.
I hate it. What's the price on that?
We don't have a price on that yet.
Okay, I'm looking right now. It's supposed to be releasing on, when's the date that it shows that it's coming out?
Next week.
Next week?
Next week. Yes.
24th? 25th?
This is great. Love Dead Air. Absolutely love Dead Air. This is
They've
fantastic.
pushed it. They said July 24th is what I see right here on Wax.
Did they push it? Because I saw it on Beckett. So maybe they
Okay.
pushed it on
They may
Wax.
have pushed it. It looks like it's going to be right around $900 a box.
Well, you know why?
No, I have no clue.
Wemby.
Wemby non-autos? Dumb.
It's just rookie. It's the Wemby craze.
If I could tell our listeners, if there's any box that I think is the best value, we have boxes of Bowman 2023 Bowman University Inception. Okay.
Mhm.
They've been out for a little while. We have them. They're in store. $195 plus tax. Okay. And those have Wemby autograph possible, has Caitlin Clark autograph possible.
Yeah,
That is, in my opinion, one of the best deals out there to be able to get a Wemby autograph.
I would agree with that.
And so we've got that Spectra at $900-ish a box that will come out next month. We also have a big release. Emil, if you don't mind looking it up, 2024 Topps Chrome baseball.
I did not.
That's
have that
going to
one.
be coming out. I just put
apologize.
the order in. I have several cases coming of both hobby and jumbo. That's 2024 Topps Chrome baseball. Emil's pulling up the information as we speak. I kind of threw that at him. So
you did throw
I
that one
apologize.
at me.
But that is, I want to say that's the releasing on the 17th of July. That's going to be a big one. It's often one of the biggest releases of the baseball year. That one in particular, we'll likely have a pre-order going, but anytime that you see this Topps Chrome, it's going to be, it's fire.
Yeah, yes. 24 packs per box, 4 cards per pack, 1 Chrome auto. And just explain.
No different than they do every other year.
No, but explain why Chrome auto is the best auto.
It's on card on almost all cases.
Yes.
They will never, they try their best not to do any kind of stickers to put on there.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing too. I was in Atlanta for the Topps convention, the get together industry summit, and Michael Rubin, CEO of Fanatics, has pledged to reduce the amount of total redemptions in their packs.
Thank you, Jesus.
Really, it's one of those things that just people hate redemptions.
They do.
They're happy because in most cases the redemptions are players that are really big players, like an Adley Rushman or a Ellie De La Cruz,
Yes.
or something like that. So
But
when they see a redemption, they're excited because they know it's a really great player. But you also still have to send it in.
Or it expires when you pull it.
Not anymore in the sense of what he
For
announced.
Topps, yes. But because of our experiences with Panini, and this is someone speaking from experience, I opened a Revolution box of 21-22, received a Charles Barkley redemption auto. It was expired. I didn't get the card. And that sucked because it was an on-card Charles Barkley auto.
Yes. And so what Topps is doing is they're going to continue on doing a reduction of redemption cards and having more in-pack autographs being able to be pulled. So Topps Chrome, first of all, I think what Ruben said was he was looking at reducing by 90% of redemptions. So they went from something like 90,000 redemptions down to under 15,000 redemptions in their products.
That's wonderful.
Which is awesome.
It's wonderful.
And 2, as a reminder, they now have said, since we took over Topps, since we bought Topps in 2021, any product that Fanatics has been a part of the release, because Topps owned themselves
Correct.
before they bottom out
Yeah,
in 21 going into 22. I think 22 was the first product
I think you're right.
that they'd made under Fanatics brand. All redemptions will be available for 10 years from the date of it being
Which is
created.
awesome.
So now
awesome.
you can carry 22, 23, 24 wax moving forward and not having to worry about, do we have to open this product in
Yes.
order to get rid of
You
this
can
redemption
hold
card?
sealed wax for longer
Yes.
because some people want to do that. They want to see how the rookie class plays out, then go back to it.
If you don't mind, I'm going to keep talking. Can you keep an eye on this chat?
I am doing right now.
We've got some good questions in there.
Yeah.
So with Topps Chrome, what they've done every year in order to incentivize you as a buyer to buy this product is they've been doing an MVP buyback redemption play.
Mhm.
And what that means is that you can collect base cards, refractors, numbered refractors of players, and the player that ends up winning NL MVP or AL MVP
Mhm.
ends up being a redemption card at your favorite card shop like True Sports Cards. Okay. So you could bring in the card of that player after they win, but it gives you the chance to use it as store credit on any products. It doesn't just have to be Topps products.
Yes.
But if you think about this, that means that when we knew Ohtani was going to win, you just kind of knew it. And when you have Acuna who hits 40 home runs and steals 70 bases, it's likely the guy's going to win. So right after the All-Star break, we saw a lot of Topps Chrome product being sold, and people just grabbing as many Acuna and Ohtani cards as possible. And they were just grabbing them because they knew that if they won, they would be able to come into our store and use them as redemptions. And even a base card was giving you $20 in redemption value for the store.
Hey, $20 is $20.
Refractors were $40, all the way up to giving you $200 if you had a numbered Ohtani or numbered Acuna.
Which is very cool to have a tier system like
Right.
that.
It's the base card. It's not like a subset version of it, but for the most part, you're able to redeem that in store. Now, they haven't announced that yet, but it's highly likely they've done it the last 2 or 3 years. Okay, so it's what it is.
It's unlikely they won't do it.
Correct. Speaking of redemptions, you have about another 7 days to redeem in store with us. Your Alex Pereira, Topps UFC Chrome cards, and he was that they did a buyback for that for the UFC product, and we didn't have very many turned in. We probably only had like maybe 10 turned in, but you can get the store credit similar to the way that the baseball product did.
Oh, I got a lot on the line with that fight next week.
Oh yeah,
I got a lot on the line. Yeah.
So we've got that. We had any questions in here?
We do, yeah. First of all, I want to shout out Brandon, who just got back from the shop. He said he got the first Malik Monk jersey.
Brandon, did you take a picture with it? Please do me a favor. Take a picture of it, put it on Instagram, tag True Sports Cards on your IG. We'd love to see it on Instagram. I want to see happy people with their Malik Monk jerseys that they got from True Sports Cards.
Another question, though, from Peg Junk. So with Fanatics getting in the card game, how would they fight the resellers at brick and mortars?
Peg, I can tell you that I can only go by what I see and what they say. They are working with us. They want hobby shops to survive. They want breakers to survive. The ones that they're really trying to phase out are the middlemen distributors. Mm-hmm. So without naming my sources, I work with 3 distributors, and I see less and less Topps products going to them. And those distributors have to go third party on the market to try to find deals in order to be the middlemen. They don't ask for much, to be truthful. Distributors don't really tag on that much of a profit above and beyond what would be directly through Topps or Panini, but they have a lot of it. So they control a market in some sense by controlling a lot of it. I know one distributor, not my favorite distributor, but I know of one of the 3 that I rarely use, will buy, let's just say 200 cases of one particular product. Let's use Panini Prism as an example, basketball. They'll buy 200 of these cases.
Yeah.
And then they'll put 30 of those cases available at sale for shops like mine. And they'll sit on the rest. They'll sit on the 170 knowing that's going to go up on value. So what they do is they create this artificial shortage.
Yeah.
And then they go, well, we have them, but now it's 10, 20, 30% higher than it was when you first bought it.
Yeah.
Now, as hobby shops, we're at the mercy of it. Peg, what I'm getting at is that the actual stores like ours can now go directly with Topps, so I can ask for more. They won't necessarily give it all the time,
Yeah.
but I can get first direct from the supplier, which allows us to be able to have more product at a more affordable rate.
Yeah, and we have a bunch of questions flooding in from the chat as well too. From Val Venus, do you know if Alex Pereira is going to sign his Panini redemptions? He's a few waiting on them. He's wondering if he's the redemptions all the way over to Topps, or if he's still doing kind of that stuff. Or...
Val, I unfortunately don't know the answer, but here's what I will tell you: there's a reason why he's not signing those, and it's likely that him and Topps have worked out some back end deal to where maybe they're exclusive. Topps recently got the UFC license. Fanatics got the UFC license. I don't know if they're going to phase out Panini or not, but they're highly likely going to take those redemptions and just give you somebody else.
Yeah.
They're going to give you somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a couple of minutes left. Go ahead and
I'm going to keep going. First from MM saying, hey guys, loving the show. Where can I get signed memorabilia certified?
At True Sports Cards, we have the drop off until Wednesday. It's going to be PSA DNA. We'll charge you the retail price that's on their website. Come on by.
Mm-hmm. From Tin, do athletes invest their earnings into sports cards like Bitcoin?
I wish they would. I can tell you one that for sure does is Giannis.
Yes.
Giannis is well known for keeping his one-of-ones that Panini sends him, and he had a picture of him on his hotel that he was staying at, one of the places where he had like 15 one-of-ones that he had signed and never returned back. So, yeah, there's those guys.
One other fighter I can mention who is local here, Josh Emmett, fighting out of Team Alpha Male. He does collect his own cards.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I saw Josh when we were working with Uriah for his A1 Combat. I saw Josh Emmett at Uriah's gym. Got to meet him. One of the nicest dudes. Really, really cool.
Oh, he's
dude.
a great guy.
Great guy. So
Great guy.
Work in the future. All right. As we close up today, don't forget tomorrow we will be at the Tri-Valley Show in San Ramon buying cards. So if you have cards, or just come on into the shop right now. Pete's there. Shep's there. Ethan's there. More people will be there. I will not be there. I will be at a graduation party that I'm going in Tracy, California. Go spend time with my family and my kid. So we're going to be doing that. But also go into the shop. Malik Monk jerseys available, signed, $78 plus tax. We know that Brandon went to go get his. Go get yours right now. From Emil, myself, Chris behind the window. Thank you so much from the True Sports Card Show here at Sacktown Sports 1140. We'll see you next Saturday.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry. You never have to miss them again. Check out SacktownSports.com and search our podcast page and